We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Won by the Brooklyn Nets. Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
Bledsoe to Matthews. Adetokunbo to Matthews. 4-3. Can't leave him that wide open. Wesley Matthews knocks down the 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
The Nets have the rebound. Kyrie across the timeline. Now down 6. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Middleton to Matthews. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Irving to Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Had a chance, but it's no good. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Big finish at the rim. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Dinwiddie. Screen coming. Irving. That's how you defend. Bledsoe with it up top. 10-0 is the score. Matthews had made his first couple, but he misses there. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. Giannis in control of the basketball. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Adetokunbo. Oh, you can't do that.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Has a look. Middleton shot, no good. Irving. It was right there. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer, roster that's built to win now.
And Coach Bud brings stability to a team that had a lot of question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last year. That caused some drama with him and Giannis. You hire Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. But now when you bring Coach Bud to the table, you bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Irving. He was all over him. Bledsoe with the basketball. His team on top by 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Irving to Jordan. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
To Bledsoe. Picked up by the Nets. Durant. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. To Adetokunbo. It's a big finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Brook Lopez, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Deep right corner. Durant. Working hard on the glass. Durant. Here's a chance from long range. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Giannis with it up top. The lead is 11. Throws it up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
KD with the rock. And scores. Strong take. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Jordan. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Korver to Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe, 2 of 4 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Draws the contact. And Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. Nope, first one does not go. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Kevin Durant. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Durant. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Bledsoe slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Chris Middleton with the slam.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Matthews. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. And a throwdown. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Turns and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Bledsoe. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good. Bucks basketball. George Hill goes to the left side. A pass stolen by the Nets. Durant. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Kevin Durant. Now 3 for 9.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Adetokunbo. Runner here won't go down. Cashes in for 2.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Shot from the lane won't go. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Kevin Durant, 4 out of 10.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Lopez to Bledsoe. Giannis for two. Kevin Durant with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Flushes it home.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Bledsoe. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Antetokounmpo to Hill. Antetokounmpo. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Bledsoe. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Easy path to the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Knocked loose. Corner 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first quarter. The Bucks in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To George Hill. Oh, I missed a short one there. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
The Bucks at the controls. Has a chance. George Hill. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Bucks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Antetokounmpo. Hill. Fires the 3. The rebound cleared by the Nets. Durant across the timeline. Trailing by 15, and they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Irving Oh, good offense beating good defense. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
To Irving. Whoa, what a finish.
An easy two, get back on defense.
To Korver. And too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Lopez to Korver. 5 seconds to shoot. George Hill. Second effort. Jared Allen swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Irving with the basketball. Down 12. Pau Gasol rejects it. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George Hill. He's 2 for 2 now.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Irving. Message received. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Durant. Off the mark. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Gasol. Pau Gasol. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Durant to Irving. Here comes the screen. Durant still can't buy one from distance. It's no good. Wesley Matthews above the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Hill across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Adetokunbo. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Kyrie. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Gasol. Pau Gasol. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Dinwiddie. Durant. Irving. No good. That's great defense. Hill into the front court. He'll run the offense. Adetokunbo to Hill. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To George Hill. Jared Allen knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Hill. Matthews. Man, that was a tough shot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
To Irving. And scores. Great body control on the step through.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now a steal by Milwaukee.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Lopez. Slam dunk. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Irving. Another chance. Jordan to Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Durant to Irving. 24-second violation. Substitution being made in this one. To Matthews. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Matthews. Adetokunbo to Hill. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Durant with the basketball up top. Down a bundle. Off the assist.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Milwaukee with the basketball. DeAndre Jordan tips it. 4th this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Giannis Adetokunbo trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Adetokunbo. Could not throw it down. Working it outside to Durant. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Bucks at the controls to George Hill. George Hill. He's 3 for 7.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley Matthews. Durant. And his woes from deep continue. It's no good again. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Runner's good there.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Gasol. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocked loose. Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Matthews. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And finishes strong. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
George Hill to Antetokounmpo. Won't go down. Durant across the timeline. Down by 15. To Jordan. Picked up by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo to Gasol. Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Cruises inside for 2. He'll let one fly from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucks have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
First half stats. First half stats. player of the half.
Antetokounmpo most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Giannis with it up top. His guys up by 15. To Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Middleton. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys down big. Going to launch beyond the arc. To Matthews. Kyrie Irving sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Durant. That's out. Last touch by Jared Allen. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Durant to Irving. Jordan to Durant. You've got to get that one to go. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Irving. Bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Irving. Not that. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
To Antetokounmpo. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 4 out of 7.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Durant shot, no good. Matthews. Over to the right side. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
It throws down.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Irving to Jordan. Goes reverse to lay it in.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Bucks basketball. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Takes stock of the floor. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Can't connect from inside. Another follow. Stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Bledsoe with the basketball. The lead is 15. He gets it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Jordan to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Durant. For 3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. And the basket good at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brooklyn secures the rebound. To Durant. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper stays out. To Dinwiddie. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Lopez. Won't go. Dinwiddie into the front court. Down a bundle. And the rebound corralled by Lopez. Bledsoe to Matthews. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Nice pass to set things up.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
Bledsoe to Matthews. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Wesley Matthews at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. So he hits the first, misses the second. And count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Middleton. Brook Lopez looking good. 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Matthews to Bledsoe. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. Irving to Jordan. And he finishes at the rim.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Matthews to Bledsoe. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Shot from the lane won't go. Giannis shoots. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Irving. The Bucks clear the rebound. Matthews to Bledsoe. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
It's claimed by Milwaukee. Matthews to Lopez. Brook Lopez. He's now 5 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Goes to the left side. Matthews to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo doesn't have the touch. No good. To Irving. DeAndre Jordan, look out. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Corbett to Lopez. Robin Lopez. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Middleton to Bledsoe. Middleton cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code. To Jordan. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Bledsoe to Lopez. Driving right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
The Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Lopez. Probing the defense. Robin Lopez. He's 3 for 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here we go. I got him. Back up.
Picked up by the Bucks. Bledsoe to Lopez. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Bledsoe. From long range. Prince there for the rebound. Count it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Bucks in control so far. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
And his woes from deep continue. It's no good again.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Lopez. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. To Durant. 4-3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Lopez. Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up. Off the mark. Doesn't get the bounce.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Jordan. To Durant. Bucks have the rebound. To Lopez. He throws it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Slams it down.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Bledsoe. To Korver. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Durant. To Dinwiddie. Durant. He's going to keep shooting them, but he misses yet again.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, Get to the free throw line. See the ball go in the hole.
Count the bucket for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knocked loose. Hill across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Runner's good there.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Brooklyn's got it. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing the pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Durant to Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First try at the line, no good. Second of 3, no good. Can cash in, 0 for 3. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Middleton. And a nice finish at the rim. Here's a chance from long range. Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Short jumper off the mark. Here's Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. Durant to Dinwiddie. Picked up by the Bucks. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 6, Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe to Hill. Beyond the arc for 3. George Hill forcing that one. Well defended. Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. Good touch that time from Chris Middleton.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe. A pass stolen by the Nets. Brook Lopez with a piece. 8 now.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To George Hill. Has a look. Shot for Hill won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, Get a tub of popcorn and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Bledsoe. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Irving. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. To Gasol. Pau Gasol. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Bledsoe to Hill.
Got it. Good trap.
Oh, he had it to George Hill. Oh. Into traffic, but no good. Jared Allen swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Brooklyn with the basketball to Jordan. Here comes the screen. Irving to Durant. Fires the 3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Durant up against the Spaniard. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Hill to Middleton. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Durant. And look out.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Cleans it up. Kevin Durant rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
He connects off the step back.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Irving to Durant. Oh, emphatic slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Not done yet. Kevin Durant pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Can't slam it down. Durant. And he's yet to hit one from deep. It's no good. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
And the finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. Kyrie Irving is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 87% from the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. And he comes. KD follows up with the putback slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Kevin Durant snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Durant. Has a chance. A shot by KD, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
The Bucks claim victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks came away with the victory in this one. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Eric Bledsoe played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.